Hello everybody, so welcome to Actor Thomas this week. The last couple of days I've been pondering what to do this video about. Obviously, over here in England, well, the whole of the UK, there has been a general election this week, and obviously if you know the result, you know that Conservative have stayed in power, but they are greatly reduced. The Labour Party have received greater numbers of votes, so they are more powerful than they were. So basically, and then of course there's some of the Liberal Democrats. They've lost quite a few seats. UKIP have lost seats. The SNP, which is the Scottish National Party, the SNP, they've lost lots of seats. So what I wanted to basically say was, in this short video, really was that however many weeks it was since Theresa May decided to launch this vote, it was a really, really bad idea. And even though she hasn't come out and said it was a bad idea, it really was a bad idea, purely down to the simple fact of the matter being she has lost her majority that she did have. The whole idea of this vote was to make her have a larger majority in the House of Commons. What's actually happened is she has received a smaller majority in the House of Commons, with such a small margin that she's actually having to go to a considerably smaller party, which is the DUP. I think that's what they're called. They're from Northern Ireland, and she's using them to prop up the Conservatives in power so that she can carry on being Prime Minister and keep on being in charge. Now, over the next couple of weeks and months, obviously everyone will be keeping an eye out to see how much this DUP party will put on the table as anchorage for being a part of this sort of coalition of sorts. And obviously, being in this sort of situation that the Conservatives are in, they're going to have to be very careful about what their promises are to the British people, and of course the EU when it comes to discussing Brexit. Of course, Labour are rightly very happy with the gains that they have received and how much progress they have made in this election, and I take my hat off to Jeremy Corbyn, because I believe he has done a sterling job of running this election completely straight and really done it really well, so well done to you. Theresa May, obviously it was a massive risk. The risk did not pay off. If anything, it's left you in a weakened state, and it obviously has not worked out the way you wanted it to work out, and it's gonna, even though people are trying to say that it won't do anything, it's going to affect Brexit for us, and all I can say is try and do the best that you can with what you can do at the moment, because obviously it's going to weaken our negotiation stance. The DUP are going to obviously be really pushing for not making it a hard border between the Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, and with that, obviously, that's going to affect that, those negotiations, like I said. Of course, moving away from that, another wonderful thing that's happened, I think, from this election is the fact of it being that there isn't going to, most likely there isn't going to be another Scottish referendum, which I can only say is good news, because Nicola Sturgeon, you asked the question once before, you received a resounding no from the Scottish people, and even though Scotland did vote to stay in the EU, using that as a jumping on point, saying because of this we need to have another independence referendum, was obviously another thing that's backfired. So obviously this is just my opinions on the last couple of weeks in British politics, and like I said, all I can say is well done to the Labour Party for doing such a well-run job, and getting so many votes as you did. Sort of congratulations and sympathies to Conservatives, because obviously some good, some bad. Obviously you're still in power, but you're much weakened. And basically, best of luck, Theresa May, for doing the Brexit negotiations. That's all I can say. It's been Actor Thomas. See you next week. Goodbye.